Good morning and welcome back to another vlog. Life in Sweden with me, Shalika. I am a Sri Lankan who's been living in Sweden, Scandinavia for the last 15 years. We are starting the vlog with a little bit of slow living, some quiet time, some reflection and some me time, which is really, really important. So I've had my coffee, I've put my hair up just to get ready to go to the shops, and I'm going to take you along with me. But I wanted to stop by here and just explain what we're going to be doing for the rest of the day. Now, we are going to go to a friend of mine. She lives in Decor with her family, and we met at a place called SFE, Swedish for Immigrants. That's where most foreigners like us who move to Sweden go to learn our Swedish. So I met her there along with another friend from South Africa 15 years ago. We struck up a friendship and we've remained friends ever since. Our families have grown at the same time. She has two young boys, very similar in age to mine. Our husbands have got to know each other, and we are very, very close friends. I really, really enjoy having two really close friends. At my age, I don't need a lot. I have a really great group of people I work with. So I really feel very, very fulfilled in the friends department here in Sweden. Family is great. So I don't really have any complaints at all. The only complaint I have probably is that she moved a little further away. So catching up with her is not as often as we used to do before. And obviously we've got kids, and with all the extracurricular activities, we don't get to meet as often, but we do make a point to catch up ever so often, at least once or twice a month if we can. So we're going to go there. She loves to bake and cook, so I'm going to be showing you what she made for lunch, and then we're going to go into town. So I hope you enjoy this vlog. Give me a thumbs up if you want any more content like this. Let me know in the description box below if you have any questions about SFE. I know somebody reached out to me from South India. I know quite a few of you are coming here to study. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comments below, and I will try and answer them the best as I can. There will be a link to SFE and the information down in the description box below as well. So with all that said, let's jump into the rest of the video. The weather here in Sweden has been really quite awful and really blah. It's been gloomy, it's been cold, it's been wet and raining. As you can see, it's just so quiet on Easter Sunday. Nobody's out. This is Välkommen. I love going here in the morning when it's quiet, and especially today on Easter Sunday, as you can see, so not a soul in this shop. It's really the perfect time to come and film. Now, this salad bar is always available at ICA Maxi. You can come here, you get quite a large bowl, a paper bowl, and then you pack it with all your salad, you wait, and then you pay for it and you take it. So it's really, if you're not making food at home, it is a more economical way of getting lunch and a healthy lunch to take with you to work. Now, obviously, we're here at my favorite place at ICA Maxi, this little fridge where everything is on sale. As you can see, early morning is quite a lot available. Today happens to be my husband's birthday, so my mum is making French toast for breakfast, and this juice will be a perfect addition to our breakfast. It's newly pressed orange juice, but as you can see, it is 48 krona even on sale, so it really is quite expensive. Things have definitely gone up in price, so really to keep costs down, this would be the perfect place to actually start buying food and planning your meals around it. I got some sausages. I'm not so keen on these hard sausages, but this bacon's definitely coming home with me. This is called stekfläsk. It's a little thicker than normal bacon. It is 23 krona, pretty good price. So I picked that up, as well as some lemonade. So these are some strawberries. They're still having strawberries on a good deal. We needed some basic syrup, and these are chocolate. This is milk chocolate with licorice powder, and this one is also milk chocolate chocolate with licorice and salted caramel. We didn't buy my husband any gifts, but he loves licorice, so I bought him these two just to give him as a little bit of a token, because it is a little bit more luxurious chocolate that we wouldn't buy on a regular basis. So I'm paying for everything, and with my little barcode I was able to scan and go home. So as you can see, everything is turning green. The flowers are out. It's a lot of wet weather, but it is really what it is. So we are now at my friend's house. As I promised, she has baked up a storm. These are the first things we saw. They're burnt butter chocolate chip cookies, and for lunch we had taco pie. In Sweden, there is a very big tradition here that you have tacos on a Friday, and it's been like that since I think the early 90s. But now we start making taco pies. It's just basically a pie with some mincemeat and then a cheese topping. So after lunch, she served the taco pie with some salad. It was time to just relax, have some coffee and a good catch up. Now, as always, she made a beautiful cake for dessert. This is called a Dubai chocolate cake, or like a Dubai kladdkaka chocolate cake. It is a mix of a Swedish cake or a brownie cake called kladdkaka, and then they've got a pistachio, sort of a very airy filling in between there with a layer of chocolate on top. It was quite delicious, but very, very heavy. And after we spent a couple of hours there, we are making our way into town. It really is very gloomy, but you can see some of the architecture and what the buildings look like here in Sweden. As you can see, it's very European. We've got a lot of different colors, sort of muted colors, oranges and rust colors, and then you've got also a lot of brown. We are now driving on Strandvägen, which is in a very, very exclusive area in Stockholm called Östermalm. It's in the Östermalm district, and here you find a lot of sort of very prestigious Stockholm addresses. The waterfront that we're seeing is part of Lake Mälaren. I've mentioned before, Lake Mälaren is one of the third largest lakes we have in Sweden, and it is huge. We are now passing City Hall. This is where they give out the Nobel Peace Prize. My husband also graduated from the police academy, and he had his graduation here. So been inside, you can come in and tour the City Hall. It's a really lovely tour. I highly recommend it. So I will have a link to that as well in the description box below. Now we've come to where we want to go. We want to go to a place called Kungsträdgården. Now, Kungsträdgården is a sort of square we have here in Sweden, and it is really, really lovely, and they change it up every year, or every season actually. So in the winter you've got an ice skating rink. In the summer they've got concerts and theaters, and even in the autumn they always have sort of a food festival. They have a Japanese festival there. It just changes up really, really often, and obviously it is a really, really popular tourist place. Now, the reason we're going there, you will see it is a square. On either side they've got these Japanese cherry blossom trees, and it's really a sight to see. I'm sure it's nothing like what anybody has in Japan. Those of you, if anybody's watching from Japan, we're not comparing it to you guys, but it is really quite lovely for us to see. Unfortunately, like I've said many times in this vlog, the weather is not the best. So that's the Gallerian from the other end. So we are going to go walking through this narrow road. It's obviously in town, so we've got a lot of cobblestone in town here. It's very European sort of feel in Stockholm, which I love very, very much. I lived in England for 10 years, and cobblestones was not that popular there, but here in Sweden it really is quite popular. So let's make our way to Kungsträdgården. So as you can see, we are now in Kungsträdgården, standing underneath the cherry blossom trees. They are beautiful, even though the sun's not shining, but they just really cover. It's almost like a curtain on either side of Kungsträdgården. Now, Kungsträdgården has a little bit of a history. It used to belong to the palace. It doesn't anymore, but from my research, I understood that they used to grow things here, but obviously over the centuries it has changed, and I will definitely have a link to any of the details and information you want to see, or if you are interested in any of the history. But as you can see, it just is quite a sight. There are lots of tourists here, even though it's not the best time of year. And they also had a medieval festival. So this is what I mean, Kungsträdgården. You never know, they always have something going on. So it's a medieval fest, and these people are from a fencing club, so they were doing a little bit of a show. My boys sat and watched. I thought it was really, really fun. They were very interactive, so there's a lot to see in Stockholm. So if you come here on a holiday, I highly recommend that you go into a proper site and really look for things in very touristy places. So this one was typically free. We didn't have to pay to get in or have a look. They do really have quite a lot to do for free in Stockholm, especially during the summer months. So if you're visiting, I highly recommend that you do your research and try and find as many things that you can see and do that are free and that you don't have to pay, because Stockholm can be quite expensive, especially if you're on holiday and you have to eat out and you don't know anybody and you're not being hosted. It can add up very, very quickly. So like I said before, if any of you have any questions or anything that I haven't addressed here, I might be able to find out for you, so don't forget to leave it in the description box below. So let's have a look at what was on display here at the medieval festival, and then we will end the vlog a little later on. After we walked around, it was time to have a little dinner. The kids really wanted to have McDonald's because they wanted to get the Minecraft toy that came with the McDonald's kit. Unfortunately, they were really disappointed they didn't get what they were wanting, but that's just the way life works. I hope you enjoyed this video, coming along with us, spending the day with us, and I hope you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next vlog.